Warwickshire more back with a live stream. Do hope everyone is doing okay on this Sunday evening. And I think we might already have a appearance from my cat. Holly, what's the matter? Hello. You probably can't see my cat from this angle, but in case you wondered where the meowing is coming from, my cat Holly loves my room. Matter. Anyway, let's get on with the live stream. Too focused on the cat. Let's see what we've got in the house tonight. I see we've got people waiting before we came in, so hopefully I don't miss anybody. I'll read from the top of the chat to see who's active in here, because I know some people leave messages a while ago and I can't see them. So let's see who we've got in here. Hey Kevin, welcome, thanks for coming in. And thanks very much Jesse, by the way, for the sending people over from your premiere. I do appreciate it. Hey Jesse, thanks so much for coming in tonight. Kristen's in the house, thanks so much for coming in. And thanks so much for the thumbs up, Michael. Make sure everyone gives me a thumbs up. I see we're already up to 10 thumbs up, which is nice. Make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up and share me out if you can. Who else we got on there? Hey Lee, thanks so much for coming in. And hey Charlotte, thanks so much for coming. Yes, I did indeed meet Charlotte's transport channel at Stafford Model Railway show last week. Very nice to meet you there. Hey Pete, welcome. Thanks so much for coming in. Who else we got in here tonight? I think I might have said everybody now. Have I missed anybody? Just scrolling through now. Yeah, I've got 3,000 subscribers. This is my 3,000 subscriber special live stream. So thanks everyone so much for 3,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Have I missed anybody else in the chat? Mary Catherine loves cats. Welcome. Thanks so much for coming in. Mary Catherine loves cats. Well, my cat's right here, but she won't be able to come on camera because of where my camera's set up. You won't be able to see it from this angle. Who else we got in there? The chat. Hey Jeremy, welcome. Thanks so much for coming in. Do appreciate you, and shout out to the members as well. I think we've got Kristen, Kevin, Jeremy in the house tonight, always channel members. Do appreciate it. And hey Wesley, thanks so much for coming in. Do hope you're doing okay. Hey Gabrielle, it's been a while. Thanks so much for coming in. I've not seen you in a while, Gabrielle. I do hope you're doing okay. I'm just scrolling through the chat. Yeah, thanks very much for the congratulations on 3,000 subscribers, Jesse. Do appreciate it. And I see Kevin's gifted the membership. I'll get to that in a second. Evening, Ruben. Thanks so much for coming in. Do hope you're doing okay. Won't be able to stay on for too long tonight. That's no worries at all, Ruben. Who else have I missed? I think I'm all caught up. Oh, Jesse's got the gifted membership. Do appreciate you gifting a membership to the chat, Kevin. Do appreciate Jesse Jones and Boxes has got that gifted membership. Thanks so much. I do appreciate that. Hey Mum, thanks so much for coming in. Have I missed anybody else? I'm just scrolling through the chat. So we've got 8 people in here tonight, which is nice. Make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up and a shout out as well. Would be appreciated. I think I'm all caught up with the chat. Lee says listening as working on the train layout. Cool. Right. Yeah, you're playing around with them YouTube emojis there, Jesse. I'm not sure if I can add. I think I've got the maximum at the moment. I think I'm allowed 6. I think how many members have I got? 9, 10. How many? I think I've got 9 or 10 members. Maybe I've lost track. I've definitely got more than 8. I think it might be 9, but possibly 10 now. You've just been gifted one for the month. So yeah, I think 6 is the maximum you can have for 10 memberships. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I've not updated them in a while actually. You're watching whilst editing videos. I edited Trains at Manchester Piccadilly for tomorrow evening, and I did Charlotte. I'm still quite behind on the train videos. I might maybe do 2 a week of the train videos in the next few weeks to try and catch up. But I'm definitely going to be moving around some things over the next week. Again, I'm going to be doing train video on Friday instead of Monday, or an extra one. And then on Sunday I'm going to have an extra vlog, well not an extra vlog, a postponed vlog, because I'm going to the Great Electric Train Show in Milton Keynes on the Saturday. So I'm going to have a vlog from there on the Sunday, the 12th of October. Is that the 12th of October Sunday? But yeah, this is my 3,000 subscribers special live stream. So thank everyone so much for 3,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate it. We've had quite a lot of videos do well, which have helped me get lots more subscribers, which I really do appreciate. And I've also met quite a lot of friends and family members on this channel, which is really nice. It's helped me got 3,000 subscribers, which I really do appreciate everyone for coming in this evening. I can't speak. I put a few up today. I've got a few more to do. How many videos you do, Charlotte? Because I normally do 2, 3 a week. Well, normally 2, Mondays and Fridays, but I have been throwing in the odd extra one here and there because obviously I attended 2 events. I went to the SVR Autumn Steam Garden, I went to Stafford Model Show, and I like to put my event vlogs out as a priority over my other videos, so I did have to jiggle the content around over the past few weeks, and I will be doing the same thing in October. Then after that I won't be jiggling the content around again for at least a month, because this is my second to last railway event of the year. I'm going to the Great Electric Train Show. After that I'm going to the National Festival of Railway Modelling at the NEC in November, but that is going to be the final one of the year I'm not going to any of the Christmas ones. I know that there's one up in Manchester, but I'm not going to that one. Yeah, I've got a backlog of train videos, but not a backlog of vlogs. Vlogs, I've only got probably vlogs back to August. Would you call that a backlog? I don't know. But definitely more train videos I've got backlogs. Anyway, hope everyone is doing it okay. If anybody's got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll do a little bit of a Q&A to celebrate 3,000 subscribers. And I'll also do a few shout outs for the members and moderators and long time supporters. I don't really tend to do individual shout outs on the channel anymore, but when it comes to the live streams, that's when I read your name and give everybody a little bit of a shout out. Let's see if I'm missing anything. I might shout myself out on Twitter. I use both BlueSky and Twitter. I tend to use BlueSky more than Twitter, because Twitter, I kind of went off it for a while, and I do use it again now, but not as often as I used to be. But I'm just going to quickly also share my live stream out on Twitter. I haven't shared that on Instagram because I've lost the thumbnail that I was going to share out. I think I shared it. But I do hope everyone had a good weekend as well. I was just chilling this weekend. We had that storm in the UK, Storm Amy. I was going to go out filming yesterday and do some diverts on the Crewe to Manchester line, Crewe to Wilmslow section, because Stockport's closed and cross country are sending stuff up that way, and also extra Avanti service. So I was also going to do them stations between Crewe and Wilmslow, but Storm Amy was blowing a gale, so trains and the wind and rain in the UK don't mix, so I decided to cancel them plans. But I already did do the Manchester Airport section back in August when Stockport was also closed, and that vlog is actually going to be coming out not this coming Friday, the following Friday after that, the 17th of October, so make sure you guys do stay tuned for that vlog as well, guys. Has anybody got any plans for the rest of the year? Because we'll discuss about my plans as well. I've not got too many plans now between now and the end of 2025, to be honest with you. We are going into the winter months in the UK, so outdoor filming tends to come down a nudge because the darker evenings come in. Have I missed anything in the chat? The Class 175s are replacing the Great Western Railway HSTs. Yeah, I know. Trying to work through it. I think I've read that one. I'm not going to I'm going to Warwickshire at Stolford, which is the same weekend. Yeah, I know. I was discussing that with Simon when I saw him last week. It's annoying how it's the same weekend, because I was deciding which one to go to myself, Ruben. I decided, but I've never been to the Great Electric Train Show before. I know it was on last year as well, so I decided I'm going to give it a go this year. I might do that Wally at Stelford thing next year if it's still on, but shame because I would have probably done that, but obviously I'm going to do a Great Electric Train Show instead. But maybe next year. Kevin's also playing around with the emojis. Christmas show sounds fun. The more train setup seems to be appear around Christmas. Yeah, I'm not doing the Christmas model railway layout, Jesse. When I was at the Stafford model railway show last week, I did pick up a few leaflets for a few upcoming shows and stuff. I think I even picked up one for a show in Macclesfield next year. However, I'm probably not going to do the Manchester Christmas one because it's in the bloody middle of nowhere, really, transport links wise. And also, yeah, I'm not going to do this one because I usually have other stuff going on around that time of year. I will hint a few trips I've got planned between now and the end of the year, but nothing majorly set in stone. It's just gonna really depend on stuff like weather, time, etc. I use BlueSky because I comment on your stuff. Yeah, I know you do, Charlotte. Crew Run, I was going to go to them and Amy Blue. Oh, was you going to do the crew to Wilmslow bit too, Charlotte? Yeah, I was going to, and that Storm Amy was really interfering with the trains Friday, Saturday. You've been out today, Wesley? I've been at home all day, to be honest with you. Had plans to do the divert day too, but then Amy came and ruined it. Now it's going to be even worse with the rain and it wind. Yeah, it's settled down a bit now, actually, Wesley. This week doesn't look too bad. What have I missed in the chat? Oh, did I miss Brian coming in? I see someone saying, Kevin's saying hello to... Where's Brian at? Oh, there he is. Huh? Oh, there we are. Sorry, I completely missed Brian's comment there. Hey, Brian, no worries, you're only 10 minutes late. I'm doing well. What about yourself? I'm going to do a few of them, I think. What, the model railway shows, Charlotte? Is that what you're on about? Yeah, Jesse, December really can be busy, especially when it comes to other stuff like family stuff. My family stuff tends to be like after like Christmas Eve onwards, so I don't tend to do anything after Christmas Eve onwards, but yeah, but it can be busy on the lead up to Christmas, especially with so many things to sort out for Christmas as well. Wesley says cross country Britain's worst train, definitely. Stitched Gal 2002, it's been a while, thanks so much for coming in. Yeah, and thanks so much for the congratulations on 3,000 subscribers, I really do appreciate it. Evening, Michael, welcome, do you hope you're doing okay? Someone says cross country is the worst train operator, but they have been a reputation, but don't be judging them. Yeah, they're not the best, Charlotte. It's the trains. They don't have long enough trains to cater for the capacity. Ruben says I don't even want to talk about cross country. Yeah, I could talk about cross country till midnight if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna. Someone says cross country are the worst operator. They have a reputation. Oh yeah, I've already read that one. Thanks very much for reminding people to thumbs up, Pete. Yeah, make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up. I see we crossed the 15 thumbs up mark. Let's try and get up to 20 thumbs up maybe before the live stream ends today. And also, if you can share me out as well, I would appreciate it. Let's see. I'll see if we can get some more people in it. But this is the most people I've had in a long time. We've got 15 people in the house tonight, which is nice. I've not had 15 in probably about over a year. So I do appreciate it. I say that, but Sam's live stream schedule is absolutely sugar. If I hardly do any live streams these days, probably do like one maybe once a month or two. I used to do live streams weekly. In fact, but during when the stay-at-home order, we'll call it the stay-at-home order event was in operation. I did like 2 live streams a week because I was bored and can't go out anywhere on the trains. So yeah, but now nobody seems to watch live streams anymore, so now I do once in a blue moon, basically. I did want to do some more on location live streams, but the problem is kind of fitting them in around my filming, which is the only problem. I think I only did one at Coventry earlier on the year. I would have probably done one at Crewe yesterday, but obviously the weather got in the way, so I didn't do one. Because Crewe is a good station. I have got a few clips from Crewe in my Halloween special. I filmed my Halloween special gradually. I probably got a few more clips for it, but my Halloween special will actually go out on my normal upload day because Halloween, fun fact, is actually on a Friday this year, and that's the day I usually upload my vlog. So there will be a Halloween special. I'm not going to spoil too much over it, but I did film a few clips at Crewe back in August for it. And I'm going to upload that on Halloween, which is actually Friday the 31st of October this year. Who mentions snow? Snow is all right. I do love snow, but not when it disrupts the trains. But honestly, I hardly see snow these days. Around my area, we haven't had proper snow since that Beast from the East in 2018. We had like maybe 1 centimetre over the January time. It really didn't last more than a few hours, and it was overnight as well when I was kind of like settling down to go to bed, so I couldn't really go out and play in it either. Playing it, I sound like a little kid then. Oh, Sam, should I go out and play in the snow? I still like to build a snowman and throw snowballs at 23 years old. I do. They're one of the bad operators. Yeah, cross country. I could spend all night talking about them. Snow can be bad, blocks of roads in areas. I know, Ruben, but it's pretty to look at, isn't it? And we don't get very often now in the UK. Thanks for hanging in the background, Kevin. Do appreciate it. Just say there on many bad operators. The Voyagers are right with Grand Central from London to Bradford. I'm not a fan of Voyagers, but they're alright, but need to be longer than 4 or 5 coaches on cross country's longer routes. I've not actually ever tried out Grand Central. Michael says I could cross country all day saying how bad they are, or even write a long paragraph about Atmos Day. Oh well. Is that your local? Is it Charlotte Crew? I like to see drafts. I worked with South Africa many years ago. Oh, you're on about that? I was like, why is Brian suddenly mentioning drafts? That's very fun. Yeah, I love drafts. And I think you can tell that I love drafts. Look at all the drafts collection I've got in my room. They're all over there on that shelf. Can you tell? I've got that draft, that draft, that draft, that draft, that draft, that draft, and I've also got a new Jellycat draft, Dara. So not Dora, Dora. But I need to put that one up. Yeah, I need to find a home for Dara. And anywhere I find a little cute giraffe, I just buy one. I'm just obsessed with giraffes. You can tell that my favourite animal, can't you? The police kicked you off platform 12. Yeah, that is my most popular video, Wesley. In fact, that video is actually one of the reasons why I got I think from that video I got over 100 subscribers. I can't remember the exact amount. I think it might have been about 150 to 200 subscribers I got from that one video I did, which is insane. That video, I mean, it's not what got deleted. Can you stop, Charlotte? Can you? I don't do collaborations. Can you stop asking me if I'm gonna do a collab? If people see me out on the trains, they can say hello to me, but I don't do collaborations. Thanks so much for deleting that, Ruben. But yeah, that video, the steam train at Crewe, even though it's not the best circumstances, it's still the most popular video on my channel. I've got loads of annoying comments though, so I did have to comment. I did have to turn the comments off because it was annoying me, all the annoying comments. But yeah, that video is one of my most popular videos. But then I have had other good videos do well on the channel. Not just that one of the police tell me off at Crewe Station. That one though got 17,000 views. I've had a few other videos do well, like my 7th Away Autumn Skiing Guide one. That video, even though I did promote it a little bit, but that still got quite a few thousand views, which is nice. Obviously, YouTube do allow you to promote videos now. I don't try and do it too often, but a few videos which underperform, I do try and promote. But most of them I do get organically. But I do have promoted a few videos to help my channel out a bit, but not many. But that does help now. But that video did do very, very well, the 7th Away one. But then it also had some other videos, and annoyingly, because I did make an updated version of this video probably about a year or two ago, but 3 years ago, I created this how to get cheap train tickets UK video, and that got 4,000 views. It did. But then I tried to make like an updated version, like a year or two later, and it barely got above 200 views. So it's interesting, YouTube and its analytics these days, isn't it? And then a few of my holiday vlogs to Haven, I've done very well. A few thousand views on the caravan videos and one of my holiday vlogs in 2019. And then, yeah. And then, obviously, recently, my most recent popular video is actually from 3 months ago, and it was of London North Western Railway's brand new 730/2s. It got 2,100 views, I think it was, nearly. And that was good. I was very, very happy with that video. I wanted a bit more videos like that pop up like that, because that was really, really nice, to be honest with you. Because also, similarly, a year prior, I did one of the Avanti's new Averos and also got 1,650 odd views in that one, which is nice. And also, I think this one went viral without me doing anything at all. Over 1,400 views for when I attended that Avero Riders event in Crewe back in 2023, which is nice. It's honestly insane, some of these videos which do well than others. In fact, one of my old viral videos from when I didn't really do YouTube properly was that Virgin Trains first class experience from Rugby to Glasgow, where that man, who I didn't even know at the time, was telling me off for filming him, even though I wasn't filming him. So that's just hilarious. Yeah, so it's interesting to see what other videos do. But I do try and do the hot topics, as you could call them. Like a few hot topics I did. There was also them Bristol-Oxford direct trains. That got over 1,000 views. When I did an update on Coventry Station, that got a few hundred views on the second one and 1,000 one on the construction one, which is good. And then, yeah. The one where accidentally met G-Love trains at the end after exploring theirs around, that got nearly 100 views. Yeah, so I've had a few videos do well than others, which is, yeah, that's just YouTube for you, isn't it? But that's a few videos which I've done well. And I've also had some shorts also blow up, including one which I think is now getting on to 10,000 views. Yeah, 8,300 views for some cookies from Domino's when I was bored during lockdown and decided to film some cookies, and it's now on 8,300 views. Then it still gets the odd views here and there today. Well, let's see if I missed anything in the chat. Hey Kristen, you've been a member for 32 months now. I do appreciate that. I know, time flies. What have I missed? Well, when will you go to the battlefield line? Where's that one, Wesley? Are you going to do any more quiz live streams? But Brian says. The answer is a complete honest no. I'm not going to do any more quiz live streams because they're very popular back during like lockdown when I was doing these live streams like twice a week, because everyone was like bored at home and I had quite a lot of popular live streams back then. But nowadays live streams aren't really as popular on YouTube, I don't think. Definitely not for me anyway. I think it just depends, because some people obviously they do channels dedicated to live streams like Kevin does, but I personally don't do channels dedicated to live streams. I think it just depends on your niche, to be honest with you. But I was never kind of in the market on YouTube to do live streams, if that makes any sense. So probably not, because as I got less and less views on the live streams, probably partly my fault as well, because I did them quite sporadically. I used to do like a schedule of them back in during and he said the word there, back during that event. But then the just gradually the views went down in them live streams, so I decided not to do them. And then up until about a year or two ago, when I was doing these quizzes, only about 3 or 4 people doing them. And to be honest with you, it was just the same people playing it over and over again. And I know for them few people it was fun, but for me, I wanted more newer viewers to kind of join in. And when we got them, it was great, but we just weren't getting the newer viewers on the live streams. And to be honest with you, I really don't know how to push out live streams anymore, to be honest with you. The only ones I found to do well is the occasional on location live stream, because I think that's based on my channel, because obviously it's featuring the railways and trains. And then obviously if I've got a celebration or a milestone, that's when I do a live stream, because obviously people want to come and help me celebrate. And they're the only 2 types of live stream these days, Brian, that tend to do well for the channel. So that's why I kind of stopped doing the quizzes. But in terms of Q&As, people, honestly, you can ask me any kind of appropriate questions when I'm doing these live streams. You take care, Ruben. Thanks so much for coming in. So yeah, that's kind of the main reason why I stopped doing them quiz live streams, because they weren't really getting the attention that they used to get, supposedly, because I think the 2 types of live stream which are going to work for my channel is these milestone celebration live streams, which will be very sporadic, and I should really do more. Probably not now though, because we are going into the winter months, but I should really try. I should have tried really harder to do some more of them on location live streams, because they were the really ones that kind of did well for the channel, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's basically why, Brian, because they wasn't really doing very well for the channel, is why I stopped doing the quiz live streams. Wesley says they are better than the 350/2s. Yeah, the 730s/2s are definitely better than the 350/2s. Have a great stream, Sam. Need to Oh, you need to record a vlog. I think that is what I've got there, Lee. Okay, no worries. You take care. Thanks so much for coming in. Oh, you're recording a vlog. Sorry, no, I read the other message and I got confused. No worries at all, Lee. I saw your short of the retro Pepsi logo. Yeah, I'm not sure how many views that one got. I think that might have, excuse me. My throat's getting dry because I've been talking for nearly half an hour. I think that one might have been one of the ones that did do quite popular. Wesley, let me have a look. Because also that hilarious I Love Coke Zero one, also back during lockdown when I was bored. I think that one, let's have a look. Also the trendy Prime back in the day. I did a few of them ones. How many did the retro Pepsi get? I'm sure that got me. It definitely got a few hundred. I can't seem to find it on my shorts feed. I'm scrolling to see. But shorts now, I also do quite sporadic. I try and keep them content related, because no offense, I did used to do like some like random food shorts, and I just got loads of random annoying weird comments on them of people. So I stopped doing the food shorts. Excuse me, because they weren't really working for my channel. But I mainly do the train ones now. But also, I try and do some weather-related shorts, because some of you might know, but others may not know, is my second hobby is the weather. And maybe if this channel grows more and more, I might start a second channel based on weather. However, the only problem is if I started a second channel based on weather, the videos on there will probably be quite sporadic, because obviously it's the Great British weather you're talking about. Sometimes we can get loads and loads of exciting weather all at once, and then another time there can't be anything exciting for 6 months, like what we had back in March, September. But over the past few weeks, weather's all of a sudden got exciting. So yeah, the weather is kind of my second hobby. So if I did start a weather channel, not sure when I'll do it, but maybe one day, I'll just put that on a second channel. But for now, any weather content I do, I just do it as a short. and then obviously some trains and stuff occasionally. But they're the main shorts I tend to do these days. I need a drink, man. But yeah, they're the main shorts I tend to do. Trains and the odd weather one. But yeah, I think that Wesley, I think that was a while ago, that Pepsi logo short. And I think that did get a few hundred views. Right, forgive me for a few minutes, guys. I think I'm gonna go get a drink of water. I'm not gonna go anywhere. Give me a few minutes. I'm back. I'm back with water. Let me put that down somewhere. I'll put that on there. What did I miss? I'm back. Might be able to talk for another half an hour now. I've had a drink of water. What did I miss? Okay, you take care, Wesley. Thanks for coming in. The Cheshire Day Ranger is a great shot. One of the reasons I like visiting the north is the Day Rangers you can find. Yeah, I do love the day. They've got quite a lot of Day Rangers up north, yeah, Mike. They've got obviously the Greater Manchester Wayfarer, Cheshire, Lancashire. I've done all of them now. I have. Actually, I tell you, I've not done the South Pennines one. When I do Hope Valley, I might do that one, but that'll probably be next year now. But I've not done that Ranger. But they have seemed to got more than down south, to be honest with you. We've got the West Midlands one in the West Midlands, but I don't really find that too many that cover like that south area, to be honest with you. Let me have a look. Have I missed anything? Oh, hey Michelle, thanks so much for being in. I hope you're doing okay. I'm off to Winsford Station tomorrow to film some fast trains and freight. You have a good time there. I've not done Winsford for about 2 years. Excuse me. How do you feel about a Day Ranger tickets? Are they valid up to Newcastle, around Newcastle? I think you can get. I think there's a Tyne and Wear one, Brian. As I've mentioned, the one that covers my area is the West Midlands Day Range. I've used that loads and loads of times. In fact, when I was doing the Shakespeare line, which I've still got to do part 2 to, I did actually use that ticket, the West Midlands Day Ranger, because obviously to get into Birmingham it's cheaper, but also so I could bounce around doing the stations on the Shakespeare line, like a back forth station approach. But yeah, I think there's a Tyne and Wear one around Newcastle, Brian. I'm not sure too. I think there might be like a northeast like bumper one that you can use for a few days. I've not really researched into the day ranger tickets around your area though. Going to film the fast trains, the stoppers, and the freight. That sounds cool. Yeah, it's a good station. I did it 2 years ago, Charlotte. I've been there before. Got a video from a channel a while ago. Yeah, I think I did it February 2023. So that's been a while. But saying that, I hadn't actually done the Crew Wilmslow section for about 2 years, to be honest with you. Because I just didn't get the opportunity to do it last year. And annoyingly now, I'm probably also not going to get an opportunity to do it this year now. Because obviously my opportunity was going to do it yesterday. But unfortunately, Storm Amy got in the way. Now, I might possibly have an idea to possibly maybe do Sandbatch, but that'll be about it because Crewe to Chester line, I believe, is going to be closed at some point in November. Not sure what the exact date is. And then they're diverted to Sandbatch and then on to the middle of Cheshire line to go to Chester via Northwich. I might do a few of them stations. I might. So possibly I might be able to do Sandbatch, but Wilmslow would probably be out the cards, unfortunately, for this year, which is a shame. But I've not actually done any of the mid Cheshire line, to be honest with you. There will be some new stations if I do end up doing that section. I just watched all of Jen and the Moves vlog. Actually, I think that she's still got one more to do, hasn't she? But I've been watching Jen and the Moves vlogs from the mid Cheshire line. It just looked like a good line to do, although it just looked like a line which just experienced typical northern delays and cancellations. Hey, Southwest Level Crossing UK, thanks so much for coming in. Michael says, I must admit, I don't have many day ranges down here in the south. There's the Kennet one that covers my local line and the Reading to Basic, like as a Thames Branch one. Yeah, I've done the Kennet one when I did Reading Green Park Station, when I covered that station. And also, I did also do a vlog dedicated to the Reading to Basingstoke line. Yeah, in case you wonder, because I do try and do the railway lines in order from distance from my area, from Rugby basically. So I've done, obviously, I've done Cotswolds, I've done Wolverhampton. So basically, I'm covering basically the West Midlands ones that I've so far. And then I'll move onwards outwards, like Cotswolds I've done now. So now I do Shakespeare. And then I've obviously done Chiltern Main Line. I still need to cover quite a lot of the West Coast Main Line. But that's going to be quite challenging to do, to be honest with you. I've not actually covered... I've done Cov Leamington, but I've not actually properly done Cov Nuneaton. Because at the time, they were still having problems with West Midlands Railway with the trains on that line. So when I did do it, I think they were running only 2 hourly at the time. They were, so that's why I didn't get out all the stations. But now, hopefully, they've got a more reliable train service. I'll do Cov to Nuneaton line. That's my sister's local line, actually. And I did Birmingham to Peterborough line. I'm basically spreading out from the West Midlands, and eventually I'll do most of the lines in the country. So stuff like probably the down south ones, Reading to Basingstoke one was very sporadic, last minute plan, because I was like, I'm doing the Reading Green Park station. There's not many stations on the Reading to Basingstoke line, so may as well do it whilst I'm there. Half an hour services, and may as well do all the stations whilst I was down there. So I did. So that's why I've randomly covered that one as well as the ones around here. Hopefully I've not missed anything in the chat. I'm trying to comment down while I'm getting notifications from them in Twitter now. And we get rid of that notification. Michael says, which covers Reading to London section of the Great Western Main Line? Oh, at Thames Branches. I mean, that's handy to know if I ever did that section. But probably will be quite a while until I do that section. Because obviously, as I mentioned, I'm trying to slowly spreading out for the West Midlands to cover eventually most of the lines in the UK. I mean, that's the best way to do it, to be honest with you. I've done Chester to Northwich. Yeah, that's probably the section that I'm probably likely to do. Northwich Station isn't the best. Yeah, I know, Charlotte, but when they divert the Avanti services, that'll be the purpose of me doing them stations. And obviously, I'd want to visit eventual the stations on that line anyway, but probably won't be for a while I do all of them, to be honest with you. What did you retract, Southwest Crossings UK? It says message retracted. Brian says, I'm looking now, being retired, I have a free bus pass and 12 per year I can travel for free on the time of Metro. I've not done your area at the time where Metro and Newcastle for nearly 8 years. I did it 2017 a little bit. I was hoping to do Stockton and Darlington Railway this year for Railway 200, but I just never got round to it, unfortunately. Just didn't have the time. I should have really gone and done something when I was up in York, because that was only up the road, but never mind. We can't always do all the opportunities in life. I got to do the Greatest Gathering, which was nice, but obviously you can't do everything, can you? Because I know they also had a depot opening day up there as well, which I also didn't go to. Just some of these places are really hard to get to, and hotels aren't cheap these days either. Still waiting for the Oxford to Milton Keynes to open, which I thought would be open by now. Yeah. You know what? If they announce this is going to be opening for the December timetable change, I might still go down there, because to be honest with you, it's not a million miles away from me, so I would be able to do that line. Hopefully on the opening day as well. But it would be just typical for it to open in the winter though, wouldn't it? And if it does open, spoiler alert, I'm not going to be on the first train of the day. I'd probably get up, get 7 o'clock train down to Milton Keynes, and then I'd probably be like on the 3rd or 4th train of the day. Because unless I stayed in a hotel, it wouldn't be viably possible for me to get the first train of the day. Why am I getting notifications for a Temu clearance sale? But yeah, I'm still waiting for that line to open, Michael. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure if I probably won't be able to do all the stations in the day. I'd probably come back separately to do them stations, because I've also not done Bicester yet. I've deliberately put off doing them stations Bicester as well, for reasons which will become obvious, because I'll probably do them stations when East West Rail opens. But when it actually opens, I'd probably do Oxford to Milton Keynes, including Windsor and Bletchley High Level. I'd get out at them stations to explore, but I wouldn't probably do any others, because I'd just do it on the main key section. I would, but I'd probably then separately in another vlog visit Bicester and Oxford, Bicester Village and Oxford Parkway. Yeah, but I'm not sure what the date is, Charlotte. I need to look into that. But I did, because Simon mentioned it to me, that they're diverting via Northwich. The Avantis are via Sandbach and Northwich, so possibly can cover them stations and re-put Sandbach back in. But stuff like Holmes Chapel, Alderley Edge, Wilmslow, I'm not sure when probably won't be able to fit them in this year now, thanks to that storm maybe yesterday. Did anybody manage to get any tickets to the £2 Northern sale? No, because to be honest with you, I don't live really in the Northern network area. If I did, I probably would bag some tickets, but because I don't live in the area and I don't know what I'm doing, I didn't get any tickets, to be honest with you. I mean, it's annoying because I just used Northern to get to and from Windermere from Manchester back on my holiday a few weeks ago. However, obviously, and then a few weeks afterwards, they announced this £2 Northern sale. So that did annoy me a little bit, but obviously, as mentioned, Brian, because I don't live in that really across the Northern network, my nearest Northern station, Stoke-on-Trent, or Crewe, I just didn't see the point in getting any tickets, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't know. I'd buy a random ticket for somewhere which I'd probably end up not going to, basically. I would have liked to do Stockton or Downton Railway for railway train, but it's too far to get from where I was staying. Yeah, that's the same with me, Michael. Too far to get to in too expensive hotels these days. I just booked my train tickets tomorrow from Windsor. Are you going to do any of the stations, Charlotte? Are you going to do Acton Bridge in Hertford? Spoiler that! Here's something, actually. Avanti are going to be serving Liverpool South Parkway. They served Tempo with Virgin when they were redoing the Liverpool Line Street like a few years ago, but I saw this on BlueSky and I think it was Twitter, but Avanti are going to be serving Hertford on a limited service from next year and Liverpool South Parkway. I presume that's going to be with their 7-car of arrows. Now, I can understand Liverpool South Parkway, but Hertford? What's so special about Hertford? No offence to anybody that lives in Hertford, but what is so special about Hertford? Why do we need to have a limited service there? Just Winsford tomorrow, Charlotte says. Hey, fast cars and motorbike. Thanks so much for putting in. You're new to YouTube. That's cool. But yeah, Hertford Avanti are going to be served on a limited service, and also Liverpool South Parkway. However, Liverpool South Parkway is going to be drop off only in the direction of Liverpool and pick up only in the direction of London. And I was laughing a laugh on Twitter saying, "Oh, I bet they've done that so you can't use the Save Away tickets on it." The cheap tickets you can get across Merseyrail and Merseyside. Near completely missed my mouth then. So yeah. So that was Avanti apparently serving Liverpool South Parkway in Hertford for next year. Yeah. Maybe I could understand Liverpool South Parkway, but that is a bit sneaky how we're only doing drop off only and pick up only at Liverpool South Parkway. Probably so they don't compete with Merseyrail and London North Western, I reckon. But they probably will use their 7-car Averos because they can't fit a Pendolino at Liverpool South Parkway or Hertford for that matter. Those Northern Flash tickets would have been handy if I was up north. Yeah, same, Michael, but hadn't got any plans set in stone for the Northern network at the time. It's in Northwich, Hertford is. How big's the town then, Charlotte? Has it got over 100,000 people? Because maybe I could understand that then. Northwich has 3 stations. Northwich, Greenbank and Hertford. What's the population? Charlotte, do you know what the population is? Because I'm wondering why it's a station that they've decided that they're going to serve. Because I feel like that might have interfered with like the other services, the faster Avanti West Coast services. So that's why I thought Hertford was a bit of a weird one to stop at. Yeah, I've done the Save Away ticket early on in the year when I visited Liverpool and Merseyrail. Really good value ticket to explore Northern and other stations around Merseyside, because obviously it's slightly extended from the actual Merseyrail day saver, which just covers Merseyrail only, but then obviously the Save Away also covers buses and also all train stations within Merseyside, including valid on Northern London North Western Railway. It's a rubbish town ever, is it, Charlotte? But do you know what the population is, though? Because I'm wondering why Avanti have decided to serve on a limited service. Because I could understand if it's like got like quite a lot of 100,000 people living in there. But if it's like a small one with like only a few thousand to 10,000, I don't understand why. Because they're probably going to have to tweak the timetable slightly in order for them to stop the services as well. Because obviously if there's a stopping Avanti in the way and there's one behind, it's going to cause a bit of congestion in the Crewe. Welcome back, Lee. I thought Norwich is the market town. I don't think it's very big like Warrington, for example. Warrington's quite big though, so, and that's a city, so I know why Avanti stops there. But I just find it a bit weird about Hertford. I've also filmed a video from the bus go from the Queensway to the Liverpool. I've not done them tunnels. It's because Norwich is between Chester and Manchester. So is Warrington. I'm just wondering what the population is there, because it's making me wonder why they serve it. I'm just gonna have a Google myself, because this did intrigue me. I just thought I'd mention it whilst I was on this live stream, because sometimes I also like to share a bit of train and railway news for you guys. Let's have a look. It only has a population of 22,000 people. How would you serve it then? If it's only got 22,000 people, why would you have anti-serve it when London North Western already serve it? I can understand, but I know London North Western's to serve it half an hour on the main Crewe Liverpool. London North Western could have upped it to half an hour, but I just find it a bit weird how Avanti chooses to serve it. I know it's obviously in the authority of Cheshire, West and Chester, which has a combined population of 371,000 people, but that covers obviously loads of Cheshire. But Norwich, 22,000 people, and Avanti is serving it. That's an interesting one, that is. Another train and railway news. I'm just trying to think if there's any others. Obviously, we don't have a date yet for when East West Rail is going to open. Apparently, we kind of do have a kind of... They said possibly January and February 2026 for the new stations in West Midlands on the Camp Hill line, for those of you that live around the area. They're saying possibly February time. It's going to be new stations at Mosley Village, Pineapple Road and Kings Heath, I think it is, between Kings Norton and Birmingham New Street. So when they open, I'll cover them as well. Liverpool Line Street is great to get trains there. Yeah, it is indeedly. Yeah, I don't know. They're going to serve because it's probably quicker bypass route. Yeah, that's a possibility. But obviously, London North Western already serve it on the Birmingham to Liverpool route. So unless you want to go to London, I just didn't see the point. Because that's the only thing. Unless you want to go to Milton Keynes or London, why are they serving? I think it's only going to be a limited service. Maybe I can understand maybe if it's going to be at peak times. I just thought it was a bit of a weird one, that's all. Yeah, probably because of Anti are quicker, yeah. Yeah, and they're going to serve Milton Keynes and London. So yeah, if it's at peak times, maybe I can understand that one. Just thought it was a bit odd. Milton Keynes, I went there last week, and my train stopped there. I've been to Milton Keynes too many times. I quite often go shopping in Milton Keynes because Christmas shopping, I'm probably going to go there because they've got loads of good shops when it comes to Christmas shopping. Thanks so much for hanging in the background there, Kevin. Do appreciate it. If anybody's got any questions, feel free to put any more questions in the chat. I'll probably wrap it up on the hour mark. We're about 55 minutes in now, so I'll probably be on for an hour. I mean, I'll probably think about ending it. The line is sure open. Yeah, I know the line is open at Milton Keynes. I'm just trying to think if there's any other news regarding timetables. I know LNER on the East Coast Main Line are having a major timetable change in December. But to be honest with you, I don't really travel much on LNER. I've not travelled with LNER at all this year. What is going on with my hair? I did a small trip with LNER on their Zoomers for the first time between Peterborough and Grantham last year. But I've not travelled on LNER since, but I did hear that they are doing a major timetable change next, not next December, this December. But I'm not sure what the scale is for that timetable, because obviously I don't live on the East Coast Main Line, but you can obviously feel free to Google that. I'm just trying to think if there's any other railway or train news. I mean, I'll discuss the news about my channel before we wrap things up. Just trying to think, was there any other train railway news? Obviously we had all the Railway 200 celebrations. Obviously it was the anniversary for that last week. And I think that's everything really, to be honest with you. They were talking about bringing other operators back into public ownerships, but that's going to happen eventually, I think by 2027, so that's not that major news. Milton Keynes is great for shopping and great on a rainy day, yeah, definitely. Hey, Rail Heart, thanks so much for coming in. Do hope you're doing okay. Very random message to type when you're coming in, but do appreciate you stopping by. I've travelled with RNR this year, but I still haven't seen the Pride of Zuma in the flesh yet. I've seen it at Grantham last year, I think it was. Was it Grantham or was it Doncaster? Well, I can't remember, but I've definitely seen it somewhere. Right, and now, in terms of news for my channel, but next train video tomorrow is going to be trains at the Manchester Piccadilly. I mean, I've got obviously still got a massive backlog of train videos to come out over the next few months, so make sure you guys do stay tuned with the notification bell on. And if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up for dinner. Losing my throat again. I'm out of water. I'm wrapping up in a few minutes anyway. But yeah, I've still got a backlog of train videos to go over the next few months, so make sure you guys stay tuned with the notification bell on. And just trying to think, was there anything else? Moving the vlog around because I've got to go to the Great Electric Train Show next week. I mean, I haven't really got any other major plans set in stone, to be honest with you, because as we go in the winter months, I'm kind of like moving it in and out. To be honest, moving it in and out. I'm just kind of planning as we go, because obviously we're moving into winter months. It's getting darker earlier, so yeah, basically. So no major plans set in stone other than Great Electric Train Show this coming Saturday, so next Saturday, and National Festival of Railway Modelling on the 22nd of November. And I don't know what I'm doing for a Christmas special yet. We'll just have to see about that. Let's make sure I've caught up with any comments before I wrap up things up in the next 2-3 minutes. Have you seen the Lumo train? I saw it in Newcastle a few days ago. It was rammed, I'd say. I never actually tried Lumo. Lumo started operations back in, I think it was October 2021 on the East Coast Main Line, but I've still not ridden them. Actually, that was the other piece of train news, and I forgot. Even though I've not ridden with Lumo, it was released a few days ago that Lumo, the open access operator that currently runs services on the East Coast Main Line between London, Newcastle and Edinburgh, apparently is going to be running services on the West Coast Main Line between London and Stirling from next year. I'm not sure what date next year, because apparently they're going to be starting to test them from December 2025. They are. So I'll have to see if I can capture some of them tests for you guys. I will do. But so obviously stay tuned. I'll probably put them out as like an extra bonus video for you guys. Because maybe when they start serving the West Coast Main Line, it'll probably be easy for me to ride Lumo then. It will be. Because I've obviously not, I don't live on the East Coast Main Line, so I haven't yet had the opportunity to ride them. But that's the other bit of train news. I don't think there was any other train news, and obviously there's no other channel news for my YouTube channel. But thanks once again, everyone, so much for 3,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate everyone's love and support with everyone that watches my videos. It really does mean a lot. Here's to the next milestone of 4,000 subscribers. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Great stream, Sam. Keep up the great work you do. Thanks very much. I really do appreciate it. I think we're going to use the 222s on EMR. That was a rumour, but I don't know if that's true. Oh yeah, because that was another thing. East Midlands Railway, we're supposed to be getting them new Auroras. I don't know when they're going to enter service, because I think that's going to be my next new train to enter service. I just don't know when it's going to be. But when it does happen, I'll be sure to try and ride them at the first opportunity. I've only ridden with Eastbourne's Railways Madeira 222s a handful of times, to be honest with you. I don't know what they're going to do with them, but maybe cross country are going to get them. Who knows? Let me just catch up the comments before I head off. That will be interesting, as I'm lucky I'll be able to get cheap chicken from Preston with Lumo next year. Yeah. They enter service December 25. What, the Eastbourne's Railway Auroras? I might try, maybe possibly get a sneaker ride on them before Christmas then. Why does this blooming Temu advert keep coming up? It's annoying me now. But yeah, I'll definitely see the try and capture the Lumos testing on the West Coast Main Line, because obviously they're going to be starting the testing from December 2025, and Aurora's next this December. Hopefully that'll be the case then, and they don't get delayed, and I'll be able to ride them on the first opportunity. So that is going to be it for tonight's live stream. I'm not sure what the next live stream is going to be. Might do an on location one between now and the end of the year. Really don't know. Next milestone live stream will probably be my 4,000 subscriber special live stream, or I don't know what I'm going to do when I hit 1 million views, because that'd be a dream come true. And that's about it. Hope everyone has a good evening and a good week next week. And I'm going to wrap things up. So thanks everyone for coming into the live stream this evening. And once again, thanks everyone so much for 3,000 subscribers. And if you haven't already given me a thumbs up, make sure you guys do give me a thumbs up on the replay. If you're watching the replay, I do appreciate it. And if you want to become a member of the channel, you can do. Shout out to the members that came in tonight. We had Tuba Chat Kevin, Kristen, Jesse is now a member, Jesse Journals and Unboxing. Who else do we have a member coming in? Jeremy D. And also shout out to the moderators, Ruben and Pete, my moderators in here tonight. And also shout out to all the loyal supporters. I do have a section on my YouTube channel of great channels, and if you want to check out them great channels, feel free to do so. And if you want to be added onto a list of great channels, make sure you stay up to date with my channel and try and comment as much as you can, because that's how I add people to my great channel section. And if you get onto that great channel section, you will get a video shared out every so often. And for the members, will they get their video shared out as also often as I can. And if you want to become a member, prices start at $1.99. Right, like the live stream, comment down below if you're watching on the replay. And if you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing and help me get to my next milestone in the future of 4,000 subscribers. Right, take care everybody. Bye everyone. Bye.